Hey guys, welcome to the last hour. I hope that you can hear me. Uh, just let me know if you can hear me or if anyone is here. I can see that Marquis is here. Hey Marquis, good evening, brother. Hey Archana, you are also here. You guys are still trading? Don't lie to me. Are you trading? If yes, no problem. It's your life, your rules. Okay, thank you, Archana, for saying that the voice is clear. Around this morning session, I told that I'm expecting this market will come here to this new week opening gap. Finally, it will come over here by the end of the day. So it came exactly over here, trade the 50-minute last fair value gap, consequent crossment, as well as this last fair value gap over here, which is from the 15-minute chart as well. This is the last fair value gap. More importantly, that order block. So right now, Marcus is laughing because he know that this is the order block. By the way, it has traded that order block. If you mark it and extend it to your right, from there, I would love to look for a selling opportunity around this area if it can provide me any kind of sell until this new day opening gap high. But as you can know, there is a new week opening gap, new day opening gap, then this last parallel gap. Of course, it's too risky. We are here to talk about the price action. I'm just not interested to frame any trade. So if any of you would really love to trade, then you can simply close the stream or you can search anyone else. I'm not interested to frame any trade. Hey Mick, watching the market, the school, not trading. I love that. I love that. Thank you, sis. Hassan, good evening. Observing price action, the school man. Yeah, to be honest, man, it's not the area we should trade. I really appreciate if you are not trading, but if you're trading, of course, this is your life, your rules. I have no problem with that. But the PM session and tomorrow's price action, most of the time, it's gonna be consolidation, and I really don't like to trade in this type of price action. I don't like to trade over there. Let's see what happened in this PM session. So this was the before the closing. I told that this market will come here to that 50% of that opening gap. That was the 50%, and I told that this market will come until this area from 50 minutes where it came exactly over there. So I'm going to remove this one and coming back to the area where I prefer to take entry. So if I was able to trade this market around 1250, that should be my first opportunity to look for the buy. As you can see, this market came here. This is that 1250 candle over here. That is the 1250 candle. I'm willing to take buy around that candle. But as you can see, this market has been traded that bullish fair value gap, which is the premium fair value gap. This is the discount fair value gap after taking the liquidity. In other words, this was the entry fair value gap. This was the breakaway gap. Market trade this entry gap, made the order block. The lowest down close body close candle is your order block. Extend that order block to your right, and you will see there is an opportunity to take the buy. Of course, you can say that it's not reaching the area you are expecting, maybe until this area or that area. I don't care about that actually. If you can take some partial in between to that specific run, I hope that it's more than enough for being profitable. Now, guys, to be honest, while you are trading your real account, don't you feel confident or don't you feel very nervous while you have seen that you have taken maybe two mini contract entry? Okay, you have taken two mini contract entry, so one handle is equal $40, and you have seen that it's already $1200 around this area. It's $1200. You really feel like to catch that type of run for 80 handle or something, or you feel afraid if it reverse and stop me out, how it is going to happen. I'm still seeing maybe $1,000 profit over here. Now if it reverse, how it is going to happen. So while you are trading your real money, trust me, it's too much pressure. And in my opinion, we should always look for some specific partial. And if we can take that partial, then we can put our stop loss to the break even, hold the rest wherever we want to see this market will go. You can do that. If you have the problem with the trailing drawdown, which you will get in Apex or Take Profit Trader, in those type of situation, close your trade around the partial level, or take the partial and trailed the stop loss too fast. If you can do that, trust me man, it's really so beautiful. So this around area to this area, I'm willing to take a buy from the order block if I get the opportunity to take the entry. Of course, I will get the opportunity to take the entry from this order block because this candle will give me the entry. This candle tapped to this order block and then it went higher. And that could be a beautiful trade around this PM session. Remember, I'm not interested to look for sell until this market reach to this area. I was expecting this market will come here, which actually came exactly to this candle. While this candle appeared on the chart, it came to this area. So until this area, I'm more interested to look for buying opportunity. That is the first area where I love to take the buy, and then market will reverse. I will expect this market will reverse from this fair value gap, which is the last fair value gap. But more importantly, while it came lower, take that relatively equal lows, also this low and that low. They are the relatively equal lows that has been taken over here. Market has traded very specific area. If you ask me what is that, this is that last fair value gap, or in other word, this is the order block area which has traded this fair value gap. Remember, this fair value gap is the unfilled fair value gap. In unfilled fair value gap, the order block was over there. This was the order block. This was the propulsion block. If you remember, I have marked that propulsion block. I showed you the entry over here. It has retested this propulsion block. Of course, it can trade the order block as well. I'm not interested to see if it can go until that order block or not. All I'm seeing this last fair value gap. Why this last fair value gap is important? No, it's not important to me. It's my unfilled fair value gap. So until this gap is unfilled 100%, I will keep looking for the run to come over here. More importantly, this propulsion block, hold the market, send it higher again. I will start to look for entry over here from the order block again. Now this lowest down close body close candle, which is going to be my order block that has traded this fair value gap over here, as well as it has, what was that? This area, okay? I'm talking about this area. It is supporting that new day opening gap. So these two, what to say, I mean, this blue line is the new day opening gap. So 8484 is the line of the new day opening gap high. 484. So where is that 484? Let me mark it. 484. Is that the same area? 230. No, it's not the same area. My mistake. Sorry. I should be here. Okay, right around this area. I'm here, not there. Actually, I'm here. So it is inside this area. I'm not interested to trade here. No more trade is valid. No entry is valid over here until this market is not going above that line, which is 404. So my interest to see that if market can give me any entry opportunity out of 484, so above this line. So just let me mark a line here. 404. This is the new week. That whole zone high. That is the high. So until market is not above that line, I can't take the buy or I can't take the sell. So here, all of this entry area, I am not able to catch any kind of trade from there. Even though it didn't give any entry opportunity over here, not even traded that fair value gap, above the order block, as well as it didn't trade that order block. So either way, I'm going to miss this trade. While this market closed above this new day opening gap, trade this new day opening gap high. What is that? Entry fair value gap. New day opening gap high, new week opening gap high are called the entry fair value gap. It tapped to this entry fair value gap. This lowest down close body close candle is my order block. That candle has validated this order block. Market didn't give me the entry opportunity. I'll miss this trade. So this trade is gonna be my missing opportunity. Though we know that this market is coming to this area, but I have missed this trade. While I have missed this trade, I will keep waiting to see some kind of reaction. If market can give me any kind of reaction from this low, which is that. Okay, so if market can give any kind of reaction from that area, and if it can fall, if it doesn't touch this line or this new day opening gap, I will keep looking for the buying opportunity. So market made the sell side liquidity here, take the sell side liquidity by this area. So while market has taken this sell side liquidity around this area, now this is my turn to look for the buy, because it is supporting that new day opening gap. These two line is the new day opening gap as well as the 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So while this candle appeared on the chart, this is my next opportunity to look for the buying opportunity here. From here, same thing happened. Market made the order block, didn't trade the order block, instead trading this order block, boom, market went higher. I will miss this trade as well. I'm not getting any entry opportunity. I'm not showing you any level, specific level, because I missed every kind of entry opportunity over here. I was watching this market and I have seen that every kind of entry opportunity was the missing opportunity. So that is why I'm not exactly saying everything over here, because I missed the entry opportunity. While market has came to this area, can I look for sell now? No, I can't look for sell over here. Why I can't do that? Because look at this low and that high. This is my area. I can't take the sell around this area. At the same time, this is the price action. Now, this is the last hour. I'm more interested to take an entry in between 315 to 345. First of all, no trade is valid today. Okay, everything we are doing here just for learning price action. If you push the button, if I frame a trade and you have pushed the button, and maybe it has given me 100 handle, still I would love to request you to leave my stream. There are a lot of people are doing the live streaming right now. Okay, you can watch any of them. I really appreciate that, but don't stay over here. No trade is valid until 8:30 a.m. Friday New York local time. No trade is valid. Now look at this price action. How is this price action? This is so beautiful price action, right? Market went higher, no consolidation, so beautiful. No, it's not beautiful. Why? Because the PD array are not going to be respected. That means wherever I'm planning to take my entry, I'm not getting the entry opportunity. Wherever is the best area to take the entry, I'm not getting the entry opportunity. So what I have to do, I have to chase the market. Chasing market can't be a beautiful price action. If it is the beautiful price action, then it would keep giving me the entry opportunity. Like in the morning session, remember how beautifully it keep giving me the entry opportunity from every level. It was keep giving me the entry opportunity, keep giving me the entry opportunity. That is why it was beautiful. But around this PM session, market is not giving me any entry opportunity. At the same time, the way it is working, it's not good to me. Of course, we can trade, but it's not good. It doesn't look good to me. Now, what is your bias, brother? Are you bullish? No, I'm not bullish anymore. I'm talking about the last hour now. I mean, what did you say, Shahid? No price action only for smart money and ICT. What did you say? I like this number 10,550. Oh, wow. I got 10,550 subscribers. That is awesome. Any kind of selling opportunity now, I'll look for that sell now. My first target is this last parallel gap over here. This is my target, and if market is overzealous, then this parallel gap is gonna be my next target. Why you are looking for sell now? Because that was the area I was expecting this market will reach. Around this morning session before closing, I clearly told that it is coming here. Until this line, I will be bullish, and then I will start to look for sell. So while this market came here, any kind of selling opportunity, I'll go for that. Now remember this midnight open over here, that midnight open. This midnight open is aligned with this new, what to say, I mean, this new week opening gap low. Okay, this is aligned with that. So while market is tapping to this midnight open, it is actually tapping to the new week opening gap low. Here, market has built some kind of consolidation there and then fall. Take the sell side liquidity. While it has taken this sell side liquidity, take a closer look. I'm going to show you something. This is so important. This is a low and that is a low. What do you see? Now, this is something I'm going to show you. I'm going to put my cursor here. and you will see the low here. Okay, this is the low. I don't know you can see my cursor over here or not. This is the low. So let's see, the low is 47.1 tick, 47.2 tick. That means it has failed, just failed that to take that low by 1 tick. It is clean lows. I don't like this type of clean lows. I will never let this type of clean lows live on the market. So I will keep looking for selling opportunity for a while. This will tap to this line here. It will tap to this line. After whole consolidation, market came here, made this clean lows. See this clean lows, come back again, went higher, take that high. What did it has taken? Liquidity. Liquidity has been taken. Highest up close body close candle. What is that? Order block. Tap to this order block. What should be your target? This liquidity. What it has done? Came to this last fair value gap. You have already taken a partial over there, then maybe got stopped out to the break even from that order block. Listen to me very carefully how you are going to frame this trade. First of all, you have to understand why you are looking for sell, because this should be the last line, last fair value gap, order block, new week opening gap, last fair value gap, constant encroachment. Everything is telling you now you should look for sell, right? So while this happened here, it came here. Can I take a sell now? No, I can't take a sell. Why? Because I have no idea is this market going to fall or not. Then this market fall, right? Fall. What it has built over there? Clean lows. See this clean lows? After making this clean lows, it went higher again. Are you taking buy? No. Why? This should be taken. You know that it has done its job over there. Now it should be taken. Market went higher. Trade the new week opening gap low. What is that called? Entry fair value gap. Highest up close body close candle. What is that called? Order block. This candle made this order block valid. Tap to this order block. I'm already in the market. I'm already in the market. Where is the stop loss? 2 tick above that order block. Where should be your target? This sell side liquidity is going to be your target. Are you going to hold your trade until this area without any partial? I would never go for that. I will take a partial, the most logical level, which is that last fair value gap. I will take the partial here, which is going to be 36 handle. Will put my stop loss to the break even. Got a stop out to the break even. So while it came to this last fair value gap, what should you expect now? Reaction. This is the reaction. Market went higher. Look at that candle. What it has done? It has taken all the liquidity. All of this liquidity has been taken. Traded the new week opening at low. Failed to take the extreme high. This is called the extreme high. Fall again. Market structure shift, fair value gap. Are you looking for trade over there? No, I'm not interested for that. Then what you are looking for over here? Some kind of breaker block. High, low, higher high. Lowest down close body close candle is going to be my breaker block. This is the breaker block. Which candle has validated this breaker block? This candle has validated this breaker block. What you are going to do? Take the sell from this breaker block. This is my breaker block that is going to give me 95% winning rate. Where is should be your stop loss? 1 tick above that breaker block. Target this sell side liquidity. What is happening over there? Reacting from this last fair value gap. Don't worry about that. Why? It has built the buy side liquidity. New buy side liquidity. New sell side liquidity above this sell side liquidity. So what is going to happen? I'm going to take the sell from this breaker block over here. Just a second. That is the breaker block entry. Stop loss is going to be there. Target is over here. Where should be my partial? Below this obvious liquidity. Why is this your breaker block? Anybody can tell me that. Why is this my breaker block? But it is not going to work. I'm 95% sure it is going to work. If any of you push the button, you should close my stream because you are violating the best opportunity to learn this price action. This is my breaker block that is going to give me 95% winning rate with so much confident. Why? Order block has been traded, unfilled fair value gap. So this is the unfilled fair value gap that has been filled over here. I'm willing to take the order block, breaker block entry until this high is not taken. What happened? Finally, it has made the breaker block here, failed to take that extreme high. This is the breaker block. In other words, if I just mark that breaker block like this way, I was really interested to show you a breaker block. I was hoping that I'll be able to show you a breaker block, and finally I have got an opportunity. This is my breaker block that is going to give me my 95% winning rate. This breaker block. This is the area where I look for my breaker block. I don't look for my breaker block here. I don't look for my breaker block there. No, it has to do some job here. While it will do those type of job and give me the breaker block, then I will take my entry from this breaker block. It should be exactly, did I mark it in the right way? Yeah, that is the right way. Here, from there, okay? All of this reaction is gonna be broken. Why? Because this is your obvious liquidity. If any of you push the button over here, I will just simply tell you that, brother, you are not trading, you are not interested to learn, you are just here to copy trade. Don't copy trade, don't copy my trades. Instead, start to learn how to look for the perfect breaker block, how to look for the perfect order block, how to look for the perfect 22 wide model, how to read this market. How do I know that it is going to fall, it is going to react from this candle, or it is going to react from that order block? How do I know that? This is the way you are going to learn this price action. Now, after taking this partial, which is near about 28 handle, if this market reverse and stopped me out to the break even, am I going to cry? Absolutely not, because this is also liquidity. So this breaker block can send the market to take that partial or that obvious liquidity, and then it can go higher and invalidate this breaker block. Of course it can do that. In that type of situation, maybe I'll get stopped out to the break even after taking that partial. That is why partial is important, because this is my extreme line which can be taken after the closing. Okay, after 4 p.m. closing, it can be taken after that. I don't want to take that risk. So what I will do, I'll hold my partial level. I mean, I will take my partial around a specific level, and then I will close my trade. I'll try to catch the run until my liquidity level. Or if you would love to hold the trade until this area, it is also valid, because this is the last fair value gap that should be taken. Man, I talk too much. I'm so sorry for that, but I hope that you got something from here. Brother, you are going to get stopped out. Did you copy my trade? If you didn't copy my trade, then you should not worry about that. Instead of that, you're going to enjoy this price action with the wizard. I told you that I'm the wizard of this market. Where should be my stop loss? It should be here, it should be there, it should be there. It has to be 1 tick or 2 tick above this breaker block. Why? Because I don't have any inversion fair value gap over there. If I had an inversion fair value gap, I had to cover that inversion fair value gap. As I don't have the inversion fair value gap, my stop loss has to be 1 tick or 2 tick above this breaker block. Thanks for the explanation, brother. You are most welcome, Hassan. You guys are always welcome. I was like, literally, I was crying because I was not able to show you the breaker block entry. I was not able to show you that. So this was that order block that has to be the entry from there. It is the unfilled gap over here. By the third candle, it didn't fill this gap, right? So this is the unfilled gap. While this unfilled gap has been filled 100% here by that line before taking the liquidity. If the liquidity has been taken by that run, no, it wouldn't be valid breaker block because liquidity has been taken already. But the liquidity left here. Last fair gap gave you the reaction to give you another opportunity to enter into this market from where? Breaker block. High, sorry, low, not like that, sorry. High, low, higher high. Failed to take that extreme high. So, brother, is this my buy side liquidity? Of course, that is the buy side liquidity. Is market going to take that buy side liquidity? Of course, it's not going to take that buy side liquidity. Why? Because it has to go for that sell side liquidity first from the breaker block. Excellent breakdown, brother. You're most welcome, brother. I don't know how can I make it much more easier to understand to you guys, but I tried my level best so that you guys can understand where and how you should look for some specific things, and how can you be so confident that it is going to work over there. Is this unfilled gap, variable gap is important to me? It was important until this area, until here. Now it's not single no single penny important to me. It's not important to me at all. Is this available on YouTube later? Which one you were asking, brother? By the way, today is the last day for Tradify. Uh, so if any of you are interested about Tradify, please use the link code Spring. You will get 30% discount. If you are an old user, if you are a new user, then you will get 40% discount. This is for a straight to fund account, okay, straight funding account. Why it is respecting new day opening gap is should be broken, okay? So it is struggling to break new week opening gap. Look over here. Ah man, come on. It is struggling to break that new day opening gap. This is why this area is difficult to trade, because I don't know how long it will keep respecting. This new day opening gap will keep respecting. I have no idea. That is why it is forbidden to take entry around this area. All of your price action can be failed just because of those new day opening gap, new week opening gap. See, it is just bouncing here. It is just bouncing there. Yeah, I saw it, man. I just bought today. Can Tamimi be of help? I bought Tradify a funded account. Uh, I wanted to trade from TradingView platform. You'll be able to trade from the TradingView if you use the Tradify. I believe, brother. How far it came? It came until this area, which is 23 handle. Then it started to reverse. Why it is reversing? Because of this new day opening gap. Is it going to fall again? Of course it is going to fall. Market will never leave this type of clean liquidity. But brother, it's a losing trade. No, it's not a losing trade. It's an idea. It's a way to read the market. You have to be careful about this new day opening gap. That is why if you take entry over here, you have to take partial to the top of this new day opening gap, because nobody knows that how long it will keep respecting. Nobody knows that. That is why I always keep saying, please don't push your button if it is above the new day opening gap. Don't push your button if it is just below the new week opening gap or new day opening gap. Do you know what ICT do? I'm not saying I do that. I am saying you what ICT do. For example, he put his stop loss over here just above that breaker block and got stopped out. While he has seen that market went one tick below that constant crossment of that breaker block, he pushed his re button over there. I wait for breaker block to close, body close below this breaker block, then I push the button. This is for overconfirmed entry. But ICT pushed the button while he see that body went one tick below that constant crossment of that breaker block. I push my button if I see body close below this breaker block, if I get stopped out over here. That is, I believe, for the confirmation. I have not that much courage like ICT to push the button while this market go below the constant mid threshold of the breaker block. I prefer to body close below this breaker block to take re-entry. Not obviously, I'm not going to mark the re-entry opportunity. I am not interested to tell any of you to take entry over here, but see how it is going to work over there. Just remember, what did I say? ICT pushed his button while he see not even the body close. Market is falling, and when one tick below the min threshold of that or breaker block, he pushed his button over there. I want to see a body close below this breaker block, and then wherever the body will close, I'll push the button. If the body close too far from that breaker block, I wait for some kind of upper retracement, little kind of upper run to push the button, not retest this breaker block. Hey Mickey, how are you, brother? If any of you would love to push the button, I would love to request you again, close the stream, go somewhere else, or do your own trading. Just do it, man. But don't stay over here. No trade is valid until 8:30 a.m. New York local time Friday. No trade is valid. I repeat it. It's a rule that is forbidden. You can't skip this rule. It's a bullish market now, brother. No, it's not a bullish market. See, here is the same thing. New week opening gap low. The same way it is respecting from this new day opening gap, it is also respecting from this new day opening gap and new week opening gap. Hey brother, how to open your market and my market are not same. My market and your market is not same. What can I say, brother, in that type of situation? Why it's not same? What you are using, it should be NQM 2025. If it is NQM 2025, then it should be the same market. It is going higher, brother. So take buy. No, it will fall again. This sell side liquidity can't be open like this way. I didn't get re-entry opportunity over here from the breaker block. To be honest. How long have you been trading or backtesting? I never trade. I never do the backtest, brother. I guess 1 or 2 days I have done the backtest. It's too boring to me. It is going to be the winner. Can be. Of course, it can be the winner. I don't think so. It is going to be the winner, but it can be the winner. Still, is it going to be the loser, this new week opening gap? I don't think so yet. But of course, it can be the loser. Or it can be the winner as well. It can stop the market, send it lower again. Who is going to be the winner? New week opening gap, new day opening gap? I have no idea. That is why I told that no trade is valid while market is inside this range. Because lot of this line can be respected anytime. Same thing here. If you would love to take a sell from there, you have to convert the partial to this new day opening gap. If there was no new day opening gap, then this could be the partial, you could take it. But as there is a new day opening gap, you have to be careful about that. I always do the forward test. Of course, brother, I always did the forward test. Just 1 or 2 times I have done the back test. It's too boring to me, so I stopped back testing. This week 50% is important to me. That means I don't want to see that body will close above the 50% of that week. This is a very specific week. It is called the failed PTRA. So if my bias is bearish, I would love to see nobody is going to close above that 50% from 15-minute chart. So it should be respected from there and it should keep falling. If it doesn't do that and closed above this 50%, then of course it can start to go higher. I don't want to see this is going to happen. Okay, so finally it tapped to the new week opening gap high. Before it has been respected from the constant crossman, now it tapped to the new week opening gap high, exactly to the high of this new week opening gap. Can it reverse from there now, or is it breaking everything and going higher? No trade is valid until 8:30 a.m. New York local time, Friday. This rule can't be broken. Market will go to 614. There are relatively equal highs, 614. Let's see, brother. I'm watching it. Same logic here. The logic I have shown you before. Market has taken all the highs to take the extreme high. Here is also the same thing. So far market has taken all the highs, still it failed to take that high. I'm going to remove this line, the 50% of that 15-minute week. Instead would love to keep that space open. So far it came until this area. Can it coming? Is it going for that new day opening gap low, breaking everything, and that, like that brother told, that 614 there is some kind of relatively equal highs, it is going for that area? I have no idea. I can't take the buy while market left that sell side liquidity. So I'm more interested to think about sell now. All the day I was bullish, now I'm not bullish anymore, and I prefer that this market is not going higher to take that high. This is the origin high of the whole price action. Even if it take that high, I will keep waiting for the selling opportunity from the new day opening gap high. But again, the same problem. If I frame the sell from there, my trade will be until to the top of this new week opening gap high, because it can be respected so many times, or it can be broken and keep falling. I have no idea. Right now, I am watching this high not to be taken, as my thinking is this market will keep falling. Failed PTRA will give me an idea to think about sell. Failed PTRA. If the PTRA is not failed and market is perfectly finished the PTRA, then I have to wait for the next level to think about the opportunity to take the sell. What is the next PTRA? This new day opening gap low is the next PTRA. So if the market can come to the low of this new day opening gap, I will start to look for next PTRA. London high is a relatively equal highs. It is going for that. Let me check where is your London high. I think you are talking about this here, right? This is that London high, brother. 622. Okay, let's see. It is above this new day opening gap. Let's see, brother. Are you trading, Sujiban? If you are trading, then of course I have nothing to say. Okay, it has taken that buy side liquidity and came to this last fair value gap again. Now next line is here. So over there, let's see if it can go over there or not. Meta and MST results after the close. We have the earnings today. Where is that earning? What is the time, guys? This is the unfinished business from yesterday. Market didn't tap to the high of this last fair value gap. So can it finish the unfinished business from yesterday? Can it reach to the last line of the 15-minute gap? We are saying like that. Why you are not framing the trade? I am not interested to trade in this market anymore until 8:30 a.m. New York local time Friday. So if I'm wrong here, I don't care about that. If I'm right here, I don't care about that. If I really would love to trade this market, I will miss maybe one or two trade here, and then I will stop trading over there. This order block entry, I'll never go for that. Even if I have to trade, I will never go for this trade. Why? Because the range is very small. From there to there, it's a very small range. Also opening range gap filled now, 440 and 405. I'm not trading, brother, only reading, only price reading with you. That's cool, man. Let's wait for that 405 earning. Let's see if it can fall for this sell side liquidity around the earning news, because this is too clean. I don't like this type of clean sheet. But before that, can it finish the unfinished business from yesterday? That means yesterday market failed to tap the high of this last fair value gap. So can it do it today? The high of the last fair value gap can be traded by today. In this type of area, am I looking for sell anymore? No, of course I'm not looking for sell anymore. While this market has failed, this high has failed to hold the market, I'm not interested to look for sell anymore until the next logical level. That is the high of this 50-minute last fair value gap. So if the market can reach to the last of fair value gap last line, then I will start to think about the sell again for this sell side liquidity. Or is the market leaving that sell side liquidity for NFP? I have no idea. Hello, Gangjown. But to be honest, if I skip the NFP, the entry opportunities from 1250, the entries opportunities is going to make me cry, because that order block, I was like near about 90% sure that I'm going to get that entry. I was near about 90% sure I'm going to get that entry from that order block. It missed me. I was too much confident to take the buy from here around this area, just to read the price. Okay, it missed me over there. So while I will miss this to trade, I will never touch it again. Just woke up, lol. Man, we are just gossiping. We are reading the price. I'm wrong here, right? From there to there. No, I'm not wrong. I was absolutely right about this area. Skipping that new day opening gap. If the new day opening gap is aligned with an PD array, remember, new day opening gap, new week opening gap is the strongest PD array. Comparing with any kind of fair value gap. If just look at the reaction from there. When it is going to be respected, nobody knows that. Here it has been respected one time, two time, three time, then it has broken. one candle, two candle, it has broken. Then this candle confirmed that this new opening gap has broken again. One time, two time, how beautifully it has been respected. Lot of time market has been respected from new week opening gap low. Then it has broken. I don't know when it is going to respect and when it's not going to be respected. Look over here. How many times this newly opening gap has been respected? One, two, three times. This time it has just broken this newly opening gap with, seems like that there is nothing, brother. There's simply nothing. Those people with me for so long now, in the morning session, I showed you one entry. This is the same entry. While this candle closed above this fair value gap, which is the last fair value gap, tap to this last fair value gap. This is the new buy here. Stop loss has to cover the fair value gap, which is below this fair value gap. I'm not able to do that because it's 67 handle. So what I will do, I'll take a risk just by that fair value gap. Remember in the morning session, I showed you this last fair value gap broken entry. Near about 1 year ago, I showed you how to use the last fair value gap to take the entry. This is the same area where you will look for the same entry. This is the extreme last fair value gap. So finally, it has finished the job, unfinished job from yesterday, tapped to this line. Now, my next area is this dotted line. Can it reach to this dotted line now? It all will depend how this candle is going to close. If it closes above this line, above this 50-minute last fair value gap, this dotted line is my next target. And to be honest, if it reaches over here, NAP is gonna be very shit. You guys were around the morning session, remember, where I explained this last fair value gap to how to take that entry? Remember? This is that same area, how to use this last fair value gap to take re-entry. Yeah, I have already done this like 1 year ago, so I don't talk about this last fair value gap entry anymore. That is the daily candle CE, daily candle week CE. See this week, that week 50%. This is the premium week. That is the 50% of that premium week. So if the 50-minute candle can close above the last fair value gap, then this is going to be my next target. If the 50-minute candle failed to close above this last fair value gap, I'm not interested to think about that C. Instead, I would love to see if it can fall and take that sell side liquidity. Premium fair value gap, discount fair value gap. Morning session, what did I show you? A lot of people will say that, brother, it is going to the discount zone. From here to, that was the high actually. This is the range and this market is going for the discount. No, it can't go to the discount. It has to trade the premium fair value gap, then it has to go higher. But as we have the NFP, so I'm not expecting it will keep going higher. Okay, I'm not expecting like that way. Of course, it can use tomorrow's price action to make the relatively equal highs, or then by NFP it can take that relatively equal highs. But I'm not just expecting that. $405 is the earning news, right? Okay. I just bought funded account from Tradify. Any idea as to how I can use it on my TradingView platform? While you have bought that account, I think that you have used the Tradeovate account. So you have to go to the Tradeovate login. You have to log in into Tradeovate by using the same credential from the Tradify. And then while you will enter into the Tradeovate, then you have to go to the settings. From the settings, you have to go to the add-ons. From the add-ons, you have to add trading view. Okay, then you have to come back again to the trading view. Then you have to log in into the Tradeovate account with the same credential, and then you will be able to use the trading view to execute your trade. By the way, thank you, brother, for using my link. Thank you so much, brother. So today is the last day for Tradify. 30% discount for the old user, 40% discount for the first time purchase. use the code SPRING, SPRING, SPRING. This is the code. You can use this code to get that link. But before that, if you would love to use the link, then I'll be grateful to you. Today, until 11:59 p.m. is the last time for that discount. It is straight to funded account. In my opinion, Tradify is actually a safe prop firm. They are here for so long now. Body didn't close above the high, so I'm not interested to look for buy until the body doesn't close above the high of this fair value gap. So I'm watching this new opening gap now. Can it break that new opening gap and keep falling? In the meantime, over here, see this gap here. This is the premium gap. If it can make this gap, by the way, if this is not, it's not going to make the premium gap, then of course there is nothing to say. Well, no trade is valid. There is no opportunity to enter into this market here. I'm more interested to see this sell side liquidity should be taken now. As the market didn't close above the last fair value gap high, I'm more interested to see that it will go for this sell side liquidity. It can use that earning news to reach over here to this sell side liquidity level. I think it's around 405, right? Yeah, regular market is closed. I'll just wait for the earning news. And I'm more interested to see this sell side liquidity will be taken. 4 minutes to go, if I'm not wrong. Hello, Miguel Jr. No trade is valid, brother. Don't trade over here. We are just reading this market. We are just seeing how it is going to go one level to another level. I'm just not interested to tell you anyone to trade this market. Please don't trade this market. It is not for trading. This market is not for trading until 8:30 a.m. Friday, New York local time. Have a good night, brother. I am going to come back later and watch your explanation of the breaker. Oh, okay. No problem, brother. Yeah, sure. See you, brother. Good night. I will close the stream after the earning news. Tebago Mulai, where are you from, brother? Where are you from, brother? I saw it. MSFT 405, Meta 440. Yeah, I will just wait for 405 news. Microsoft news. And I'm expecting that the Microsoft news will take this sell side liquidity. You're from South Africa. I'm from Bangladesh. We have a huge distance between you and me. You're from Africa. I'm from Bangladesh, brother. MSFT bit on earnings. Let's see, man. We're talking about breaker. Yes, sir. I have talked about the breaker here. That was not a perfect example because it's not a good, like, not a good breaker block, but still there is a breaker block. But you can watch that area about the breaker block. I'm really waiting for a perfect breaker block entry opportunity. Here the problem was the new day opening gap. The new day opening gap. That is why it didn't give me the partial. Either way, it was bad. It's not bad. And this is not a tradable market. That is why I really don't care about the price action. It's not tradable. I am not interested to trade this market until 8:30 a.m. That is the first rules. Don't push the button. So 23 seconds left for the Microsoft earnings. Let's see, brother. I prefer it will take this sell side liquidity because it's too clean. I don't like this type of clean things on my chart. Clean things can't be here. This is the news candle, I guess. Still no volatility. Yes, man. It's 2 a.m. Midnight actually. What you are using here, brother? It's a delayed chart, so you have to buy the real-time data. It's a delayed chart, but that means you are maybe 10-minute delayed. Wow, it's bullish actually. You have to buy the data. You see here, it's a green button over there. There, market open. See here, market open, and over there it's a D. On your chart, it's a D. That means delayed. You are 10-minute delayed. I want to ask regarding new day opening gaps. Do you separate them by how much of resistance or support they can play in the market based on how long ago were they made? For example, today's new day opening gap. I use new day opening gap for 5 days. So all of my new day opening gaps you will see over here. It will stay for 5 days. Let me show you. See here, maximum number 5. That means 5 days I'm going to use the new day opening gap, and sorry, new week opening gap for 5. Okay, so why is that? New week opening gap for 5 weeks and new day opening gap for 5 days. Every day there will be a gap. If there is no gap, there will be a line. So 5 days, after 5 days, the new day opening gap will be vanished from my chart. After 5 weeks, the new week opening gap will be vanished from my chart. Target 20K. Newton, are we profit today? Where were you around the morning session, brother? We have taken a lot of entries. One, two, three. There was on 4. There was 1, 5. Okay, there was a loss, 1600 loss to catch that run. 1. There was a run. 2, 3, 4, 5. And there was a loss of first presented gap. 5 win, 2 loss. But loss was very small. Win was too much. Bro, new opening gap. Electronic trading hour. I don't use regular trading hour, new day opening gap. So only electronic trading hour. MST out and beat. Okay, I think the news has been done already, and I didn't get any I mean, sorry, that type of expansion. Maybe it will trade that CE here, and tomorrow, if it can go for that sell side liquidity, I will see that. I mean, either way, I'm not interested to trade until Friday, so I don't care about this price action anymore until Friday 8:30 a.m. And around 8:30 a.m. Friday NFP, you know that how to trade that NFP. I have shown you a lot of time how to trade NFP. I get it. The question is, are they equally important? For example, today's new day. Well, yeah, they're absolutely important. Same, equally important. Today's fresher new day opening gap, if I give it 10 out of 10, then this new day opening gap, which is from April to 28, I will give 10 out of 10. Meta also out. I don't know why they put it 440. Oh, okay, Meta is also out. Okay. David, why are you not trading Thursday? Because ICT told not to trade Wednesday and Thursday. But still I trade Wednesday morning. After the Wednesday morning session, I don't trade until NFP, non-farm payroll. After non-farm payroll, then I'm good to go. So in Friday, trade is valid from 8:31 to 8:59, and then again from 9:30 to 11:30 and regular way. But in Friday, you will be able to push the button from 8:31 to 8:59. In that time, if you are able to push the button, push the button. There is no problem with that. But until then, no trade is valid because it is non-farm payroll. Most of the time, market makes the liquidity by Wednesday and Thursday for NFP. So in this today, I have no bias. Even though I was looking for buy today from this gap, but actually I didn't have any bias. So I was expecting this market will come until this area. It is overzealous. It is reaching for that CE, which is my final target. Final target. Okay. So any kind of retracement I will expect from that CE. This is my final target. If the daily candle can close above this CE, let me show you. If the body can close above this CE, of course, this parallel gap will be my next target. All of you know that I was struggling. While this market fall. I was struggling because I was the only one who was talking about the bull run. And I was saying that this market is going for the moon. I told you guys to invest money, not to trade. Invest money over there. This is the best area to invest. Investing. If you are investing the money over here around 16,493, it would be I mean, just look at that run. How much did you get from there to until this area? One contract has given you $3,196. One contract. If you can buy mm, like like maybe 100 contract, if you could buy or invest 100 contract over there, you would be already like 300k profitable. It is going for the all-time high. It is going for the moon. I told that while this market was falling. I struggle a lot with some of you. You guys are keep saying that it is going for 1600, 16,000 actually here, 16,000. Let me mark that line because ICT told that it is going for that 16,000. So it was really so difficult for me to go against ICT himself, but I was pretty much confident that this is the last run and then it will go higher. So those people who were with me, all of them know what I was looking for. Is there anyone while I was explaining all of this price action? This is that weekly last parallel gap. We have outlined all of this fall. I told that it is going to crash while market came to this 50%. everything was beforehand. Nothing was like after effect. Nothing was after effect. Trust me, guys. Nothing was after effect. While this market tapped to this 50%, I told that it's time to fall. Now market is going to break. It is the bubble. It seems it's the bubble. And this bubble is going to be burst. This market is going to fall. While it has fallen and it came exactly to the 50% of that order block. It was very specific. There was no confusion. It was absolutely very specific. While it came to this mean threshold of that order block, I told that now is the time to think about some kind of retracement until this discount fair value gap. This discount, the premium fair value gap. This market will never go for this discount fair value gap. It will trade this premium fair value gap, and then it will keep falling. If it come to this gap, it is going to take that all-time high again. So it should fall from that area, very specifically that area. It trade that area. Then I told that now market is going to take this sell side liquidity. It is going to be taken. While it has taken this sell side liquidity, I told that the next line is here. I was not just here. I was little confused. Is market going to trade this fair value gap or that fair value gap? This is the entry gap. This is the last gap. I was not 100% sure which one market is going to be traded before reversing. And then I have found that it has traded the last fair value gap. So over here, I outlined this gap. Everything was before happened. While it came here, I told that fall has been done. No more falling. If you have the money, invest the money over here because this market is going for the moon. I told that I'm not going to be 100% sure. I'm not going to say that it is going to happen. It 100% going to be happen because I'm not a financial advisor. But if you ask me, it is going for the moon now. It's the time to look for the moon now. Done. The fall has been done already. It is going higher now. I will look for sell again if and only if there is some kind of bearish period. If it provide me any kind of bearish period, then I will start to think about that fall or new low. But if you ask me, it is going to the moon. From the daily chart, that was the order block. I clearly told that it is going to trade that order block from open to the high. Any of this level is going to be traded, but if market is overzealous, it can maximum fall until the mean threshold of that order block. I'm not interested to see that it is going to trade the mean threshold. I clearly told that I'm not interested to see that. I want to see it is going to reverse from this range, any of this range. More importantly, from 15-minute chart, I clearly told that this is the last line where market can fall. This should be the last line. See this gap, the low of this gap from 15-minute chart, which is inside this daily bullish order block. This is that box from the daily bullish order block. This is the last line for reversing. This market is going to reverse from the low of this 15-minute last gap. So it can reverse from the constant crossment. There is the event horizon, constant crossment. If event horizon is broken, constant crossment is broken. This is the last line. You will start to look for buy. Even we have caught the buy from there, if you remember. And I missed the breaker block entry from there because market didn't give me the entry opportunity. After this thing happened, there was a daily volume imbalance. Everything was here. This is that daily volume imbalance. I told that maximum portion of this volume imbalance is going to be open. That means market, if market is overzealous, it can maximum trade the 50% of this gap volume imbalance. I prefer it will never trade this gap. It is not going to trade this volume imbalance. That is the best case of scenario. But yeah, of course it can trade until the constant crossment, but it can't trade one tick below the constant crossment of that volume imbalance. Okay, so from 15-minute chart, this is that volume imbalance. Market came here. This is the event horizon. It's not here anymore, but there was the event horizon. I showed you that event horizon. This market fall until that event horizon, perfectly respected from that event horizon. Boom, market went higher. Today, I told that while this market was falling, I told that from the daily chart, this is the discount fair value gap. This is the premium fair value gap. If this market really would love to go higher, it can't come to this gap. It is not possible to come to this discount. So those people who are trading discount and premium, you will see this is a discount fair value gap, right? From here to that high. Before this high, that was the high, okay, while market was falling. This is the premium, this is the discount. This gap is inside the discount zone. This gap is inside the premium zone. I told today, watch it. It is today's morning session. I just told one thing today, and that is I want to see this market is going to reverse from this gap, not coming to this gap. So it will reverse from this gap. From 15-minute chart, market came here, then we have framed the buy over there. If you remember, we have taken the buy over there. Also, how beautiful that buy was over there. I was more interested to see this is going to be the last line for today. Sorry, here. This is going to be the last line for today. While this candle appeared on the chart, for me, the job was done. This 3 candle which appeared over there, that was not my expectation. I was more interested to look for sell over there. If I get the selling opportunity, of course, I will get thousands of opportunity to take the sell from there. If you ask me, I can show that to you. Yeah, now it's hindsight, but if I was in live, I could show you that how to take the sell from that area. By the way, while this market closed above the buy side liquidity and above the last fair value gap, I have shown you how to take the buy from there to until the unfinished business from yesterday. That means the 50-minute last fair value gap high. Until that area, we can take that buy. That breaker block entry will give me the profit as well. Let me show you that entry before closing this. It will give me the profit as well. It's not a perfect breaker block because this price action is not a clean price action. Okay, I prefer some kind of low, high, lower, low, this type of clean price action. It's not something like that. But even though I would love to take the sell here from that breaker block low, I would love to push the button over there. We'll put the stop loss 1 tick above or 2 tick above that breaker block, something like there, and we'll cover. There is the new to opening gap high. Okay, so as you can see, it's 19 handle. The stop loss is 19 handle, 3 tick. So I would love to take. Okay, actually the entry will be here, exactly to this breaker block. That is the entry. So 18 handle, and I will take the partial around 18 handle, which is around the new to opening gap. Then I will put my stop loss to the break even. If I get stopped out, I'll wait for re-entry opportunity. If it doesn't give me that, I'm done for this one. I will look for sell. This order block sell, perfect. I'm looking for sell. This sell and that sell is the perfect sell for me. Buy, I was looking for buy here, but market didn't give me that entry opportunity. But that was different actually. And now this market, where it is reaching for, this is gonna be my last line before the reaction. If the body from the daily chart close above this week 50%, above this week 50%, then I will look for this last fair value gap as my next target. This last fair value gap as my next target. If the body can close above the encroachment of that daily week. Otherwise, overall, I'm looking for this market is coming all-time high. How long it will go, I will decide that after market will go to that all-time high. I will just use the standard deviation and I will show you the last line the way I showed it here. I showed it here. I will show you the last line over there actually. How far it will go, I'll show it over there while this market will come to this all-time high. Whatever I have shown you here, nothing is hindsight. Everything has been outlined before it happens. If you don't believe me, you can watch every live streaming here. I never delete anything over here. I was there. Oh, okay. Gangjong, you are there, man. Thank you so much, brother, for confirming that, man. Especially about that big bull candle. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys. Yeah, this is something Just using that last parallel gap, concept, I got that confirmation that it is now going for some kind of area which is more obvious. Now it doesn't need to reach over here, but until it is not going to give me the bearish period or bearish confirmation, I will keep looking for buy. Can you do a quick recap on how to trade NFP, please? Brother, NFP trading is like it's 4:25. I don't know you will be able to see it or not. My local time is 2:25 a.m. Okay, so it's the midnight, 2:25 a.m. Now I am really so sleepy, man. To be honest, I'm really so sleepy. If I start to talk about the NFP now, it will take another 1 hour, man. I will talk about that tomorrow because Friday I'm not coming to live. So tomorrow I will actually try to explain the NFP. I hope that you'll understand, brother. But this thing, if you can learn, if you stop over trading, I have shared one thing in my Discord. Please watch that one. I just told that it's a 5-second video. This 5-second video, but lifetime lesson. Just watch this. Let me copy the link. I'm going to put it over there. Please watch this short. This is a shorts, okay, from YouTube. This only short is going to make you profitable or the loser. This 5-second video, either it is going to make you profitable trader or it is going to make you a loser. This all depends on this 5-second short. Trust me, man. But thank you so much for being over here. I hope that we will meet tomorrow. Okay, we'll be here for it tomorrow. Sure, man. Thank you for your amazing teaching. Now go to bed. Thank you, brother. Ellie Bright Art. Where are you from, brother? No live Friday? No, I don't think so, Gangjong. I am going to go. I will go to Dhaka actually. To with my sister. Okay, she will be back to her home. I'm the how to say my English is shit, man. But yeah, I will go with her. So in Friday, maybe I won't be. Maybe not. Maybe must be. I am not coming. So tomorrow will be the 150K giveaway tomorrow. By the way, you're most welcome. Thank you, brother. Okay, so see you guys tomorrow around 9. I will be back if there is no load shedding. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of your family. Cheers, guys.